NewsX brings to you a tragic story of a family that awaits justice. In 2024, a 59-year-old retired bank employee was walking his dog in Uttarakhand, Haldwani when we talk about that, and what was supposed to be a casual stroll in a residential neighborhood turned out to be a deadly after a speeding car slammed into him, killing both him and his dog. Ever since then, the family has been fighting for justice, praying that they get served justice, and the family that had to carry their loved one's body to the hospital because the driver was too drunk to be in his senses, yet he's out on bail. On your screens are the CCTV videos from the incident that we're talking about. Obviously, this is a major tragic incident that has taken place. Now, joining me on the telecast is Shreyash, victim's son. Shreyash, thank you so much for joining me on the telecast. Obviously, this is something that's really tragic. It's an understatement for what something has happened, and the action that has been taken is obviously bare minimum. It doesn't even, it's obviously, it's a huge injustice to what you guys have gone through. But for our viewers, if you could walk us through what exactly happened and what exactly, in consequence to that, what were the steps that were taken by the authorities that you could share with our viewers?
I'm so sorry, my heart is pounding really fast right now. I'm very anxious.
It's okay. I mean, I understand, Shreyas. Obviously, this is something that you can take your time. However you feel comfortable, you can talk about it. Yes.
So, on the 21st August, I was in Delhi. I was working for National Film Development Corporation of India as a writer. And at around 10, I get a call from my mother. And she was crying, and she told me that my father has been involved in some tragic happening. I wouldn't call it accident now because it was a killing. My father was killed by a drunk driver. His name was Hemant Joshi. And he was walking my dog outside, just right outside my house. And yeah, he killed him, both of them. My father was taken to the hospital. My dog died on spot, and my father was taken on to the hospital. The police arrived immediately. My uncle was there. My mother was there, and yeah, he was pronounced dead at around 3 o'clock. 3 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was coming back from I came back from Delhi. The same I left at 4 a.m. because it was raining that day, and my relatives told me that they fear losing me if I also get because it was raining, and I had to travel all the way from Delhi to Haldwani, and so my father was pronounced dead after like 5 hours, and then we filed an FIR. I collected all the evidence. When we filed the FIR, the police people told us that they will not lodge it in that stricter section, and that was one of the first things that got me thinking, why would the system do this? Like, why would they do this? So then they lodged the FIR in a weaker section. So I had trouble filing the FIR first. And then it has been almost 10 hearings so far, and my father has been denied justice. He has been denied justice. He has justice has delayed. I have raised my voice on social media. I've garnered millions of views on this story, and no media channel except for you, NewsX, and I thank you so much for raising my voice today. No media channel apart from you has shared this story, and I have been fighting for 2 years, and no one, these celebrities that we worship, these politicians that we worship, my father was a firm believer and he supported Bharatiya Janata Party. And what did they do to him? He was a Hindu Kshatriya, and this political party that talks about Hinduism and that talks about that we are such great people, what are they doing to the people? That is the question. The faith, my faith, I doubt that faith now. A political party that runs on these religion. So I'm bound to question. I'm bound to question God now. Javed Akhtar, this diamond of India. He said there's no justice in nature, and I think that is so fair and so right. Like when a lion is killed, when a deer is killed by a lion, we don't go out and protest for the deer because that's nature. Nature teaches us that justice is a human construct, that justice is invented but it is, and just because justice isn't invented by human beings, it is our right, it is our duty to make it function properly and accordingly. And we are not doing that. Same happened with Sahil, this 21-year-old kid who was killed by a car, a person. I don't know much about the case, but her mother has been fighting for justice. And we see the similar kind of pattern here, that the judiciary or the people in charge, the government or the system, it's failing to give justice to people like us. And that's why I raised my voice on social media, because I knew that with my skills, with my knowledge of camera, I think understanding, I could leverage that to find justice. And yet, so far, there has been nothing. Like, I feel failed.
Shresh, obviously, thank you so much for sharing that with you. Obviously, that was a lot for you to go through with that thing again. But what are the things that you would like to share with the viewers in terms of a message that you would like to share that this should not happen again? Obviously, you should use this platform to voice what you think should have happened and the lapses that have occurred. So something like this doesn't happen. Obviously, you've talked about Sahil, and there are several other cases like this where justice has not been served, and all of these cases happen, the hit and run cases, and there's no justice that is actually served. There are protests that take place. All of these people who the victims as family go through things, and they're not going to get back what they have lost. But the fight for this continues. Obviously, it's a long, long fight. But if you could share with our viewers, what is the message that you would like to share with them? And obviously, what do you expect from the justice? When you talk about the judicial system, what exactly do you expect that it's something that should have happened that didn't happen?
So I'll answer the second question first. What do I expect from the judiciary? I think the judiciary should take into account that lives matter, ordinary lives matter, and that just because my father was not a politician or some celebrity, that he should be denied justice. That's what happens to people like us who don't raise their voice or who don't have a platform to raise their voice. I think the system needs to take into account that a person kills a father, his whole family is ruined because of this. The world has fallen apart of a family, and you give bail to that person who killed his father in 24 hours? I mean, this is. I'm not even looking for life sentence. I'm not even asking the judiciary to hang that person. I just want him to repent. I want him to, when he enters the jail, I know he will have to repent, and that's what I want. No matter if it's 6 months, if it's 1 year, if it's 2 years, it's 5 years, the more the better, because he will repent and he will realize what he did. And if culprits or criminals as such, if they're allowed to just walk out, then this thing will happen again. So in society, no one is safe. Tomorrow, this is going to happen with you. The people watching this, the same thing is going to happen to you, and nobody is going to do anything about it. We're just going to protest that I never protested about this. I didn't go for the protest in Jantar Mantar because I knew it doesn't help. The case is we have to change the system, and that it happens when we raise our voice so much that they have to listen to us. And that's why non-stop, even if nothing happens today, I'm still going to raise my voice. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to, because power defeats power. Knowledge isn't power. It's like what Cersei says in Game of Thrones. I'm sorry for that, but power is power. And so if ordinary people like us, when they come to power, then they can bring in change. We can't cry and ask politicians to get justice. They don't even know about our stories, I think. They don't even know about our cases because they're too busy and, their thing. I wouldn't comment on that, but yes, the judiciary has to be accountable for this, of course, and the learning lesson is for the society. That something like this, they're going to lose their father, mother, sister, brother, cousin, friend, anyone, their lover, and nothing is going to happen about it. So I'm going to take a stand. I'm going to fight for this. So if the government, if the system is listening to this, I'm telling you, I'm coming head on. I'm not going to stop until my father gets justice. And until that person repents, until that person, he cries us out, he understands the pain that we're in. We're human beings, we're emotional, we're sensitive to life. And this is not just a case. That's the thing. Media and people have to understand, this is not just another case. This is a life destroyed.
Yes.
And everywhere around the world where there are wars happening, where there is people involved, where there are lives being lost, people have to understand what we are doing to each other. We are all just human beings, killing each other. And then we set out these people out on bail.
Yes.
In 24 hours.
Yes. Shreyash, thank you so much for sharing that. Obviously, whatever has happened to you, it's not a statistic. It's not like one of those cases that should be pushed under the rug. And thank you so much that you shared your whatever you went through with us. And obviously, it's a long road, as I've stated, but you're still maintaining that you will continue to fight. But thank you so much for joining us on the telecast and sharing your the story with us. And obviously, good luck with your whatever comes along the way. I hope you get justice sooner or later. All right, shifting our focus to more news coming in. Tensions are mounting at the Punjab